you have to figure out, you have to set some time, whether it's once a week, whether it's on the weekends. You don't need the screen anyway. If it was on the weekends, whether it's, once in a month, but you have to do some kind of service, meaning help people. Help people. And that doesn't mean that you necessarily have to do this under an Islamic banner. If you want to volunteer at Habitat for Humanity, do it. It's okay, it'll be cool to see a bearded guy helping out with that too. It'll be cool. We don't have to do things under our own banner. Good causes are good causes. Whether Christians are doing them, Jews are doing them, the Gates Foundation's doing them, it doesn't matter. If it's a good cause, you can be a part of it. And actually, personally, I recommend Muslims to be part of good causes that are run by non-Muslims so they get to see that Muslims care too. And it gives them an opportunity to ask Muslims questions about Islam. It gives them that opportunity. So volunteer, help out, be part of something you feel passionately about. And just do that for yourself. Don't publicize it, don't tweet about it. Just helped out, volunteered today. Feel really good, alhamdulillah. Humble brag. Don't do that. Just do it for yourself. It will make you a better human being. You'll become a better person when you do these kinds of. And you have to think that big. You have to aim that high. Don't shortchange yourself. Don't underestimate yourself. And even though we are just at the end of the day slaves of Allah, and we are the lowest before Him, the closest we are to Allah is when we put ourselves the lowest on the ground. That's our humility to Allah. But when Allah gives you a gift, and Allah gives you intelligence, and Allah gives you an educational opportunity, and Allah gives you a creative idea, and Allah gifts you with a talent, and you say, I'm way too humble to exercise my talent, then that is not humility, that is ingratitude. That is ingratitude. You have to exercise your talents. You have to make the most of yourself. قُلْ كُلٌّ يَعْمَلُ عَلَى شَاكِلَتِهِ. Tell them everybody should work in accordance with their predisposition. Every one of you has a predisposition. You have a talent. You're good at something. Find out what that is and find out how you're going to use it to its maximum potential so you become a contributor to the world, not a consumer. Everybody else, their own goals, their own bank account, their own savings, their own fashion. Oh man, one day I'm going to drive that car. I'm going to have that kind of house. That's all they think about. We're going to say, one day I'm going to make people come out of poverty in this neighborhood. One day I'm going to transform the school systems in my town. I'm going to make this city a different place than it is now. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave you, I don't have time, my time's up, but I want to leave you with a really cool story. I was really floored and inspired by it. Last week, I met 2 weeks ago actually, I met a brother in New Jersey at the American Muslim Consumer Conference. He's the mayor of Bergen County, New Jersey. And the mayor of Bergen County, New Jersey, alhamdulillah, is a Muslim fellow, young man, who actually prays Fajr every morning at the masjid. Alhamdulillah. And people at the masjid, of course, treat him like garbage because we're Muslims. But let me tell you something about him. I said, how did you win the election when you're clearly brown and you're openly super Muslim? He doesn't hide it, that he's religious and he's Muslim and he's conservative, etc., etc. And it's a majority, almost 90% is Jewish population in that county. It's a very heavy Jewish population. There's more synagogues there than the rest of New Jersey. So how did you win the election? He goes, I didn't win, I won twice. I was like, oh, sorry. First time 56%, second time 85% of the vote. I said, how did you do that? He said, well, I went into public service with the belief that I'm here to serve the public, my public. I have political views about Gaza. I have political views about, drone strikes. I have those views, and I openly state them, but I also openly state none of my political views matter when I am serving public office because I am here to serve you people. So I go to the synagogues, and I go to the businesses, and I go to the stores, and I go to the offices without the reporters, without a press release. I just walk in and I say, hey, how's it going? I'm the mayor of this town. How can I make your life better? I'm just here to serve because I want to see the city improve. And I'm just going to serve. And people see that for what it is, and I get the vote. I say, man, that is awesome. That's what a Muslim's supposed to be like. Ihsan, you know? I'm going to do something and I'm going to do it better than anybody else has done it. And I'm going to let my work speak for itself. No banner, no advertising campaign. He doesn't have to put up a whole advertising campaign that I'm a Muslim, but I'm not crazy. Please vote for me. I'm not like the other crazy guys. I wasn't, you know, one of the 11 or whatever, one of the 19. I'm not one of those guys. He doesn't have to do that. He lets his work speak for himself. Though it's high time the Muslims stop crying that we're being stereotyped against. People assume things about us. They make fun of us. They say offensive things about us. They make films about us. It's high time now that our work speaks for itself. Our contribution to society speaks for itself. That will shut everybody else up better than anything else. Let the actions speak, and the words will be silenced themselves. I pray that you are the generation that makes us look back and say, MashaAllah, we did something right. We raised a generation that Allah put barakah in, and they were the entrepreneurs, and they were the pioneers of the ummah to come. Think big of yourselves and don't live petty lives. And when you get a sense of vision and direction in your young age, then your youth will be spent exhausting those energies in the right direction. Otherwise, you'll be people of PlayStation 3s and Xbox 360s and Facebooks and Twitter, and that's all your life will amount to. You won't be much after that. You'll just be a consumer. The biggest thing you're looking forward to is the next upgrade to the iPhone. Get over it. There's bigger things in life. You're here to do more important things. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.